Written by Kenneth Grahame and published in 1908, The Wind in the Willows features anthropomorphized animals that live in the turn of the 20th century, where noise and technology are creeping ever closer upon their tranquil country village life. It follows Mole, Water Rat, Badger, and the infamous Mr. Toad and their adventures in the wild wood. In these Wind in the Willow inspired moments, I will be paying nod to some standout moments for me in the book. Come along as I show how to bake a country honey oat loaf, attend a local parade filled with old-styled vehicles, share about my laundry routine in honor of Toad's infamous disguise, take a walk in a local park which reminds me of where the critters might have lived, ride in an old-fashioned trolley car, take a walk around a car show, and make some rustic-style soup. I hope you enjoy, and I'm so glad to have you here. In order for Mr. Toad to escape from prison, he dons some ladies' garments and tells people he is a washerwoman. I found this part hilarious and also a good opportunity to share a bit about my laundry routine. Now granted, I only have one daughter, but I've never personally felt overwhelmed by laundry, and I think it's by how I go about it. My laundry system relies heavily on how I sort my items on the dirty end that makes it easy on the washing and putting away end. So here I have a bin down in my laundry room where I put my kitchen cloths, and I have another bin where I put my cleaning cloths. These are microfiber cloths that need to be washed separate from other materials. And it's important that they stay separate. Upstairs I have a bin for whites. I have so that they can have their own wash cycle. I have a bin for colors, which usually has mine and my daughter's clothes in it, and then a bin for darks, which is primarily my husband's clothes. I have another separate bin that collects dirty towels from our washroom, and I have a separate bin where I make a load for delicate clothes. And all of these different loads have different ideal ways to wash them, whether that's based on the water temperature or which cycle on the washing machine that you use. The white load will be the one that washes it for the most soiled items. Obviously, knits and delicates are for the delicate load, like cardigans, or if I'm washing some really delicate pieces from me or my daughter's clothes. My husband's usually gets the color load, which is just like a regular wash cycle. And though I didn't show the bin, I also have a separate place where I collect undergarments. And this load will get two separate washes. First, a short cold wash to rinse out any soiled materials on the undergarments, and then a double warm wash to be able to deeply clean them and sterilize them as well. So yeah, I find that by having all of these different loads based on type, and then I'm able to just wash them when it makes a full load. Like I hate running just a short, empty type of load. Then I just know what clothes are already in it. I have a certain way to wash them. I run through the machine, either put them in the dryer, or if it's like my dresses, I hang my dresses to dry. And then I just know that once that load is done, I know exactly where it needs to go. It either needs to go back up in the bathroom, or it needs to go into my daughter's room, or it needs to come into our room. it just makes it really simple that I've sorted it on the front end, and then on the back end it makes it really easy to put away. I don't have to then decide whose is whose in like each load of laundry, and then I know that it's more sanitary and that I'm also taking better care of my garments by washing them appropriately for what they are so that they last longer. That's really important to me as I make a lot of my own clothes. Here I am taking a walk in one of our local parks that's down by the river, and I just find it such a beautiful spot. I was lucky enough to catch a couple people going up on their motorboats, and I would have loved to feature me like in a rowboat in this video. I have previously, when I was younger, canoed, which is a really fun experience, but it just wasn't in the cards for me at this moment, so I thought it was nice that I was able to capture some other boating people, because that's some of the idyllic nature of Wind in the Willows, is like hopping in a rowboat and they row up and down the river, and like, where did all the wooden rowboats go? But yeah, it's just beautiful. We live in this river valley, so there's these really nice kind of interesting types of cliffs, and yeah, there's also a secondary little creek in this park, and I'm gonna just stop talking so that you can enjoy some of this natural scenery and imagine that Mole and Water Rat are having their adventures in this area. So if you're not familiar with the story, some of the pivotal conflict in the novel comes with Mr. Toad wanting the modern vehicles and technology. Like he saw people in a motor car, so he has to have a motor. You need to be quiet. A motor car. And we just so happen to have this beautiful old-fashioned trolley that goes around our city. It takes you on, they call them the sunshine tours. And yeah, it like drives you around the city and you get to see different landmarks around the town. But I absolutely love getting to ride on this. There's no seatbelts. It's like an old-fashioned bus. And it just felt very turn of the century to me, and I wanted to feature it in this video. But since Toad is so obsessed with old motor cars, I also had the opportunity to walk through a car show, and I didn't find any really like early 20th century vehicles, but there was some of these beautiful like 40s, 50s cars, and what I would give to have one of these cars. Now we're gonna go into the kitchen and make some rustic soup. This is a mixture of greens from my garden, mostly kale, probably some collard, Swiss chard, and a few lettuce leaves. I've added the gnocchi and my cut up leftover sausage. Here's how the greens turned out. I'm going to add this to the pot too. And here's how it looks at the end. Serve it topped with a bit of parsley and some bacon crumbs. So hello and welcome to my sewing room, or welcome back if you've seen any of my other videos. This one segment of sharing a doll is going to be not as maybe true to the story, The Wind in the Willows, as I would have liked, but I'm going to share a doll that kind of gives that picnicky, on the water type of feel for me, but I will show some different pictures of if I had these pieces, this is maybe what I would have shown instead. If I was going for more of a washerwoman look, I would almost put anything of the Felicity with her like night bonnet on. That's very the washerwoman, Mr. Toad-esque. Not calling Felicity Mr. Toad-esque, but just the washerwoman look. Mr. Toad, yeah. And but honestly, like if I was picturing going on a rowboat, it would probably be Felicity's, I think it's her summer story outfit. That outfit is so beautiful, but totally out of my realm of possibility. Perhaps one day I can finagle a pattern, but it just wasn't really in the timeline for me at this present moment.
Hello, cozy.
You are cozy. And plus, like, it's difficult because The Wind in the Willows is mostly anthropomorphized animals, and I don't necessarily have those type of creatures. Like here I have my daughter's stuffed frog, but not quite.
Can you have her?
Yeah, you can have your frog. But anyways, here I'm gonna show you this girl. In my collection, we call her Ruthie, to be a stand-in for Kit's best friend Ruthie. This is not the canonical Ruthie doll. We just call her Ruthie. You are cozy. She was actually my second doll, American Girl doll.
Hey, Mom.
Thank you, sweetie. Let's just bring her back for the outfit a little bit. She was, by all luck, a wild find at the thrift store, and I still can't believe it to this day most of the times. But if I can, I'll try to put her before picture, because when I found her on the shelf, she had the most hideous dress type thing on, and her hair was literally I think they had gathered it into a ponytail. Yes, but it just looked like a rat's nest. But I think I recovered her wig really nicely. The worst part of her wig was this part that's braided. It's still very dry and like frizzy on the end, but and she had like makeup, she had nail polish on. So I'm actually really proud of like how I was able to restore. She has these like really dark, almost black eyes, and I did have to paint on her teeth and some lip color, because in order to get off the kind of nail polish and stuff paint that it had gotten like on her mouth and in her teeth. So to remove that, I inevitably like also removed her face paint. So I did my best to kind of give her a bit of coloring. I might eventually one day like redo the lip paint. But yeah, this beautiful dress is not one of my own creation. Shortly after I got my kit doll and then found this girl and cleaned her up, there was a fall into Christmas fair in I think late October. And I went and I was literally floored because I was just getting into these 18-inch dolls. But there was this beautiful stand, and she had in these little packages like all these handmade doll clothes. This dress was one of them, and each one came with like accessory pieces. Like it came with this butterfly necklace, and it also comes with a bowed kind of like headpiece, but I haven't quite figured out the knack for it. So my girls, Ruthie doesn't wear it, but yeah, she's wearing some tights. This is a good hack. Like tights or socks, especially like if you end up getting a doll, like Ruthie has a permanent like black stain on her leg that I haven't tried to remove, and just like throwing some socks or some tights is a great way to be able to cover that up and still enjoy the doll. But yeah, this is just a beautiful piece. It feels very floral, pastoral. You gonna how do you do her? There you go. How do you do? And yeah, I could just imagine her picnicking beside beside the creek, or you know, rafting down the river with the water rat and Mole. And yeah, I just hope that you enjoyed getting to see our Ruthie doll.